Hey guys. Today I bring something a bit odd, but still very, very functional, and sometimes, you just got to say fuck it, and test shit, and this panned out pretty damn well if I am being honest. By now, by looking at stats and cartridges, you probably already figured out what this is about. Mobility, fuck trucks of mobility. It's a very simple build. The best part being that every tune is integrated on the bot, so weapons can completely just be hot swapped however you feel like. Do keep in mind though, the higher the force on the weapon, the better it scales with tech. So if you want to go for something that deals decent damage on low tech, pick something with low force that throws a lot of projectiles, has a high rate of fire, etc. Which leads us to my main choice for this build. Double beam Gatling, a very good rate of fire, dual barrel, which effectively makes it a 2x7 force, and for example, at low tech, 2x7 is better than 14 force, especially if you take on enemies rushing your base, getting hit by a lot of people for example. You do not get hit as hard by their damage mitigation, and still manage to get very good damage in.
And I'll buy you lots of new makeup. Wait, haha, I let my dick drip on a lipstick, cause you love the big dick, fuck it, I'll risk it.
Also, I am not sure why, but this weapon is giving me support points, and I cannot think of a legitimate reason for this to be happening. So unless stunning people counts as support, I am just gonna assume it's broken. There is not much else to say about this build, it's just a fast boy that can hot swap weapons. Wonder Bit is entirely up to what you feel like using. Keep in mind, you can go air, land, or however you feel like approaching the situation. Another very decent weapon to run on him is the Beam Blast Railgun. It does have a little quirk though, if you are aiming manually, as in, without a lock on. You have to aim below your target. Otherwise it's just gonna fly over their head. For some godforsaken reason. As usual, here's a Legion match, to get an overall feel for the thingamajig. After the Legion match I will show the required tunes and parts. There may be some parts you do not own, but you can probably work around that, given that it has plenty of capacity. And the parts I chose are nothing all that special when it comes to stats. Onwards to battle. Of course. This is not a realistic scenario. Someone would have homed in on you by now, but look at how I glide through everyone with minimal issue. That boost bar is flat out ridiculous, letting you not only outrun most lands, if not all, but lasting way more than the boost running lands would. And when it comes to pesky melee wanting to eat your ass, you can just fly up, and still run around at 40 fly. Delicious. Obviously, getting stun locked is still an issue, but you would have to be a retard like me, with this much speed, to put yourself in a position to be caught, and even still you stand a chance if you manage to fly. Most lands will have low fly and rely solely on their melee tracking to chase you, which struggles keeping up with 40 fly on most cases. And on lands that cannot melee while being grounded, you just get immediate control of the situation. Onwards to the tunes. First, the weapon. It's a fairly simple one. First of all, the single force tune. Keep in mind that when you tune force, the game rounds up decimals, so pretty much having a great force tune, or a simple force tune on this weapon would produce the same result. And, for example, 3 force tunes would not get you out of 7 force still, as they still would not round to a whole force point. So we are basically getting a very significant bonus for only 10 cost. I have decided to keep it at 250 range. The further you are, the harder it is to aim, so instead, I gave it too high rapids. Faster bullets always help. The core, as you can probably tell by the video title, is a Shaden. Here is the stats. I will not go into demonstrating every tune part by part, because basically, this is all you need to know. It's just 12 speeder tunes, 7 simple 5 cost run tunes. That's it. It's as lazy as you can get on tuning. Thank you for watching, guys. I have a few builds already recorded, so I'm gonna drop a few names here. Mr. Axon, Dr. Cannonballer, Squid Bitch, and Bonabine. Let me know if you would like to see any of them reviewed. Remember to like, subscribe if you didn't already, and as always, leave your ideas in the comments.
I'm fast as fuck, boy. Still fast as fuck, boy.